Command line arguments are an important way for you to give input to a program you are running on the command line. So here I'm on Windows and I'm going to open Command Prompt. The command prompt is a textual shell that allows me to operate the computer by typing text. For example, I can type Notepad and it will launch Notepad. Sometimes we would like to tell the program how to run by giving it some more information. And one way to do this is by giving it command line arguments. For example, here we see that on my desktop I have homework.txt. Suppose we would like to use Notepad to open this file. We can type Notepad desktop / homework.txt. This is the path to my text file. I hit enter. So here we see that we have used Notepad to open this text file. In other words, this command line argument that we gave to Notepad is telling Notepad how to run. When we create our own Java programs, we can also receive command line arguments and use those command line arguments in our Java program. So here we have Eclipse, which is the IDE we are using to create Java programs. Let's go File, New Java Project. So let's call this Test Command Line. Args. Finish. Okay, so let's create a new Java program. Let's call it test args. We would like to create public static void main. Okay, finish. Okay, so this is just some automatically generated code. I can try to run this. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so you will notice in this program that in the main function we have an argument called args, and its type is a string array. This variable will hold the command line arguments that we give to this program. For example, I can do system.out.println args 0. This will print out the first command line argument. So I will save this. So let's not try to run this in Eclipse. Let's go back to the command prompt. So first I'm going to locate this Java file on my hard drive. So in my case it's on my E drive. So I'm just navigating to my project folder. So here we see test command line args. Alright, so we have found our Java file. So to compile this, we can type javac testargs.java. Okay, so this has produced a class file, which is our Java bytecode. To run this Java program, we can type Java test args, and this will fail. So this is because our program is expecting a command line argument, but we did not give any. So let's type Java test args hello. In this case, hello is our command line argument. So I hit enter, and it prints out hello, which is exactly what we expect, because we would like to print out the first command line argument. And we can have more than one command line argument. For example, we can type system.out.println args1. So these two lines will now print out the first two command line arguments. So we have to recompile because we changed the program. So now let's run it by giving it two command line arguments. So here I have Java test args hello hi. Enter, and it will print out the first, well, it will print out both of the command line arguments which we have given. So now let's do something more interesting. Let's do for int I equals to 0, I less than args.length I plus plus. Okay, this program will loop through all of the command line arguments that are given and print them all out. So recall that for arrays, so args is an array, you can use array, so you can use args.length to get the length of this array. So I will start off at 0, this loop will run until I is equal to the length of this args array, so it will run as long as I is less than the length of this array, and in each iteration i's value will increase by 1, and inside this loop it will print out the ith command line argument. So let's save this. Let's compile it again. Okay, so this time let's give it a lot more command line arguments. Java programming is great. So here we have given it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 command line arguments. Enter. So you'll see that it prints out all 6 command line arguments. Okay, so now let's talk about how to run this program inside Eclipse. Currently, if you just run this program, nothing gets printed because we're not specifying any command line arguments. So to specify command line arguments in Eclipse, we will use run configurations. So click on this little arrow beside the run button and go to run configurations. So here we're going to create a new run configuration. Okay, and let's give a name to our new configuration. Let's call it try args1. So here you see that the project is our current project, test command line args, which is great, and our main class is test args, which is also correct. And then so in this arguments tab, so this is where we specify the command line arguments. So here we can type hi, hello, click apply, and close. So next, we would like to so to run this, one easy way to run this is to go into Organize Favorites. So click this little downward arrow and click on Organize Favorites, and then click on Add. So here you will see the triarcs, which is the run configuration we just created. Click on it, triarcs 1, and click OK. And then click OK again. So now, if you click this little downward arrow again, you will see that triarcs 1 appears here in our list of favorites. Alright, so let's click this. So here we see that we have run this program and we have provided it with 2 command line arguments, and our program has printed those arguments out, which is great. So we can create multiple run configurations. So let's make another one by clicking this new button. Let's call this triarcs2. Verify that these 2 things are correct. Go into arguments. Let's have a few more here. Programming is great. Apply, close. Now go into Organize Favorites, Add. We have triarcs2. Click OK. So we've added to our favorites. Click OK. So now we can run our program by choosing triarcs2, which is the configuration we just created. So this time we are printing out 3 command line arguments, because that's what we specified in our run configuration. Alright, so the last thing I want to point out is that, suppose we are working with another project. So here I have another Java file, compute area, and if I try to create run configurations, and so here, we still have test command line args and test args, but if I press new, create a new launch configuration, you see that Eclipse will automatically fill in this information for you, because I have this Java program open, and this Java program belongs to a project called Hello World, and the main class is compute area, so Eclipse actually fills this in for me. So I think that's worth pointing out. Okay, so in summary, in this video we have shown you what are command line arguments and why they are useful, and we have also shown you how to write a Java program to receive command line arguments.